Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
I'm Caitie.
You're the birthday girl.
It's my birthday tomorrow. It's not my birthday today.
Close enough.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Close enough.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes, it is your birthday today. And, it's within 24 hours. That's all good. So in the comments below, wish Caitie a very happy birthday. And if we get Geeks Corner Plus, maybe we'll have a cupcake and some other stuff as well.
Maybe. Or this is just
You never know what surprises might come here on Geeks Corner.
Here's what's stressing me out is that I really don't know. Like, he's joking. You don't know what's going to come. I don't. I've already been surprised like 5 times tonight, and I'm a little stressed. So,
you're welcome. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hello, buddy pals. We are glad that you're joining us tonight. If you'd like to join the conversation, Caitie, what should they do? If you knew this,
you should not be drinking from your hydro flask when Mr. Dapp starts talking. Go to geekscorner.live. And when you go to geekscorner.live, I'm saying it like that every time now. There is a chat little feature, and you can do right in the chat, and maybe your comments will pop up on the screen.
Okay. That
Bird
is fun.
Noises. Yeah. So anyway, that's that on that. Geekscorner.live.
Yes, and if you're going to go on any Disney trips anytime soon, please consider using Mouseways Travel. They are our designated partners. They're our good friends, actually, but they're also partners. And they helped us go to Florida just a couple weeks ago. Did a fantastic job, but you can either click on the travel button on dapsmagic.com or go to mouseways.com/dapsmagic and book your next trip for no extra cost. In fact, they'll probably save you money, and they'll focus on the details so you can focus on the fun, and it will be a fantastic trip, and we can attest to that.
Yeah, we had a great time.
We did. It was good.
It's one of the most fun Florida trips I think I've done.
And they took care of us in ways that we didn't even know we need to be taken care of, aka golf carts at the cabins. Very good tip. Thank you, Matthew. All right, let's move right into the news this week. Mickey and Minnie are getting new festive fashion for the holiday season.
Alliteration.
They're going to, I know, every time I see that, I'm like, I have to just go with that. I'm stuck on it. But they're going to be dressed for skiing or for ice skating.
Holiday activities.
Holiday activities in a much cooler climate than Southern California. But what do you think of their new outfits?
Okay, so I'm going to go with a little bit of an unpopular opinion here. I really like them. I like them a lot, actually.
That's an unpopular opinion?
It is.
I've seen both. So
I was like, go online. It's very unpopular.
Well, everything's everything.
That's accurate. All opinions exist online. That's the beauty of it. No, I think it's wonderful. And this is mainly coming from the aspect of it's less a Christmas outfit and more of a holiday outfit or a winter outfit.
I was gonna say it's more of a winter outfit.
Yeah, and I really like that. One I like. It's so funny. I don't like change, but I do like change. And they've had the same holiday outfits for a very long time. And so
almost as long as I can remember.
Probably as long as I've been alive, to be completely honest.
I'm curious if that means they're going to get new outfits for the parades too.
Well, so here's the other thing. A Christmas Fantasy has been running about longer than I've been alive.
It's as long? Variations of it.
Yeah. Well, a Christmas Fantasy parade. Anyway, I just am really enjoying that all holiday or all wintertime activities are represented. It's not calling out a specific holiday in their
honestly,
attire.
For the people that don't like Christmas too early, this should be a very good thing because it's not like crazy Christmas. And I don't actually think their old outfits were that Christmassy either, other than red and green.
They're red and green. It's snowflakes.
Yeah, but snowflakes is just winter.
I mean, but it's red and green.
Not like
they were both red and green specifically.
Because I feel like we always hear every November, it's like, oh, Christmas is coming too soon. And we hear every August, oh, Halloween is coming too soon. So it's not just a Christmas thing. But I think they're...
The only thing I don't love is Minnie's outfit is a little crazy. She's got a lot of prints going on, a lot of different
Is that the new style?
Things. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think they're great. My only concern is wearing winter jackets in California during the day, because they're going to be in town square with these. And I definitely looked at Mickey's jacket, and my first thought was like, that looks really warm.
No, Mickey just looks warm. I'm worried about him.
I feel a little bit bad for Mickey because that just doesn't look like a lot of fun.
But I mean, he is wearing a suit all the time.
But suits, I can tell you, as a person who wears suits all the time, are not nearly as warm as a puffy jacket. Even a puffy jacket that's not
true.
A real puffy jacket, which I'm sure that's what that is.
I'm
But
hoping
I'm
for
hoping
him.
it's not too uncomfortable, or that we just have a nice, truly winter rainy season.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
that would be amazing.
Maybe
too.
this is like the groundhog. Maybe their outfits are foretelling our
It
winter.
was a wonderful 46 when I got up this morning.
It's balmy. It's
I do like Hallowgivmas.
Hallowgivmas.
Yeah, that like, I don't know if I can say that fast, but I love it.
I do a cold walk to work in the morning, so it's definitely feeling that 46 degrees.
Well, it's nice to be able to wear sweaters or jackets, or not winter coats, really.
Yeah, but a nice sweater.
Yeah, or a sport coat. Like,
I'm not wearing a sport coat, but
you know, those things are comfortable now instead of bearable.
But like, I'm wearing a sweater.
Look at that. She's
it's almost like
sweater.
actually fall.
Happy birthday, Caitie. You can wear a sweater.
And there's no snow on the castle yet, I would like to point out. Because normally
Why did you say that?
Normally
Watch Twitter tomorrow morning. Snow's on the castle.
Normally snow is on the castle before my birthday. If it goes up tomorrow, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna laugh because you just put that out there, and now I feel like it has to happen almost. I did see Christmas lights on some of the trees around the castle. I don't know if you noticed that on Sunday, but they're there.
Uh-oh, snow might be coming tomorrow.
You never know.
Or Thursday.
Could it be smelled? Did you see? This is not in what we were going to talk about, but
it's fine.
Did you see for the holiday seasons or the Christmas season at Disneyland Paris, it will be snowing 12 times a day.
It'll be smelling 12 times a day.
Well, it does smell, but
I've never.
Will
been
it
to
be
Disneyland
cinnamon?
Paris.
Will it be? Well, no, I feel like the snow always has a little bit of
The snow always has a smell.
Yeah.
That's magical. I did not see that.
12 times a day.
That's a lot of times a day.
Yeah.
That's like once an hour, basically.
Yeah.
Depending
I'm assuming it goes into the evening too. And they have a new parade. We're not talking about that tonight. But
we're not talking about that tonight.
I didn't feel like that was super fair. But I do think for the Christmas episode, we should continue the tradition of ugly sweaters. Like ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
Since it's cool, it might be the first year where they're not unbearably hot.
Might be.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. We will see.
We'll see.
Other things at the Disneyland Resort. And if you're a Magic key holder, you might be able to see Mickey and Minnie in the Starcade Lounge right now.
Yeah, they're already festive, and they're going to be there.
Announced they were out,
and they're going to be there until the 30th, the 31st.
Yes, but I think it's on and off. It looked like the 30th.
But then they will not be out again until November 12th, when holidays begin at the Disneyland
it's nice
Resort.
to get a little break.
But yeah, they don't have to be so warm in their
at least it's air conditioned in there.
That's true. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Mickey and Minnie are those people that set their house to like 61 degrees with air conditioning.
I would totally be cool with that.
And that cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'd be good. We're being asked if ugly sweaters or ugly Halloween sweaters are a thing.
I want them to be a thing.
I don't know if those are, but definitely ugly Halloween sport coats are a thing because I have one.
He has one. You know what I really want?
Thank you, Shop Disney. I love it.
I want an ugly Thanksgiving sweater.
Well, I think that's like every sweater that anybody wears to Thanksgiving. Because when I think of people wearing sweaters to Thanksgiving, it's always the ones that are like 30 years old that like people have had since they came out in 1975 or they got at a thrift store.
That's back in now.
20 years later, but they're ugly. Like even though they're back in. I know, so I can pull all these out. But it's totally my like.
No, you'll be hip. If you go on Instagram, you'll be like
like 5 years ago when my trilby was hip. Is that what we're saying? And bow ties were hip like 5 years ago too.
Hey, bow ties are cool. Has anyone told you that?
Yeah. I can't count the many like thousands of people that have told me that.
Don't tell him that. No, but that's like a very cool thing to do right now is wear like very it's very like ironic fashion is what it is.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Also like the 90s are back. I don't know if you've noticed.
I could do without that.
No, the 90s are back though.
I know.
Like it's weird.
I do know.
Ugly Halloween vest.
That's a win.
Did it have bats on it? Because that's so here's how I picture an ugly Halloween sweater, an ugly Halloween vest. I'm very sorry, we're going off topic. That's fine. I'm picturing jack-o'-lanterns. I'm picturing bats.
If we'd had more time, we would make ugly Halloween vests.
I'm picturing it's made out of bright orange felt, like this orange.
Although if you did black, then you
felt.
could have really bright like pumpkins and stuff on it.
Potentially. No, the 90s never left. The spirit of the 90s is alive in Portland. But I'm also picturing
In Denver.
That's true. My brother lives there.
And Orlando. I feel like Orlando kept the 90s too.
I'm also picturing that it has like the Halloween tree string lights.
Yeah.
So it lights up.
Totally.
Was anyone following that? We went through a lot of detours.
It does remind me when I was in band in high school, we would march in the Christmas parade in northern Minnesota, which was very nice and warm. And
so you're wearing a puffy jacket?
No, because you had to layer because we had band jackets.
Yeah.
So you had to put stuff underneath. So but I would usually end up playing either a saxophone or a trombone for that. And so both of those instruments are conducive for putting battery powered Christmas lights on. So I would wrap Christmas lights on my instrument. It was a lot of fun. And it was a guaranteed way to get on TV. The trombone, you could also wrap with paper. You'd put Christmas paper and Christmas lights.
Oh my God, I can imagine.
You could also put garland on the trombone.
I can imagine that. I've seen pictures of you at that age.
Yep, totally.
I'm picturing all of that.
Yep.
Whew.
But yeah, it was always a lot of fun, and other than the snow and the ice, like it was great. Your lips freezing, fingers frozen,
no thanks,
all that stuff. Let me tell you, pep band for hockey games outside, that's fun too. All right,
not the outside hockey.
Yeah,
my Southern California heart can't take that.
No, you could not. All right, let's move right along. The monorails are back and carrying people in the highway in the sky as of Friday. That is right. And our good friend Steven got us video of that. Thank you, Steven.
Beep, beep.
And what do you think about the monorails returning?
I love it. Mm-hmm. It's honestly just so happy. I've been on property a few times this week, and every time I hear the monorail honk, it's just a happy sound. So I'm really enjoying it. I also really love seeing people on it and just enjoying, whether they are simply taking circles around the resort, or they're actually using it as transportation. It's just nice to see it back.
So do you remember when you could take a circle around the resort but not go into the park? So there used to be a time when I was a child.
He's lecturing me.
No, this is just a memory. You could go to the Disneyland Hotel monorail station before this downtown Disney station, and you could pay, I don't remember what the price was, but you could hop on the monorail and they put you, I think, in the back two cars or something, and it would take you into the park, and you could not get off at Tomorrowland, and then it'd bring you back to the hotel and you get off there. And so because we could usually only go one time to Disneyland when we go on trips, this was our way of like seeing more of Disneyland. So it'd be like another day you get to go on the monorail and look into Disneyland, which was always a highlight of the trip also. And we would stay at the Disney Vacationland campground, which is where the current Mickey and Friends parking lot is. And there was a big strawberry field where Pixar Pals, and it was $3. Thank you. 3 or 5. Okay. Roger remembers.
Strawberry fields forever.
The strawberry fields were between the Disneyland Hotel and the campground, and you could either walk, because the hotel ran the campground. You could either walk to the hotel and use all the amenities there, or they would send you a Lincoln Town Car and carry you over to the hotel. It was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
When you're like 8 years old, Lincoln Town Car is pretty cool.
It's pretty darn cool. I mean,
the funniest part.
I'm basically 5.
Was you get taken over, no big deal.
Yeah.
But usually it was so you could use their pools because they had heat and the one at the campground did not. And so then you've got these kids hopping in these town cars afterwards that have just been in the pool. Yes. I'm like, who thought that was a good idea?
No one.
Like,
no one thought that.
Why not have a bus or something? I don't know. Or a tram. I don't know. But it was a great place to go and stay when we were growing up. But we are completely off topic. But you could hear the monorail, you could hear the train, you could hear the Mark Twain from the campground, and that was always cool in the morning when you got up.
It's very nice. And I can hear all those things.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have. I know that we all know Caitie talks a lot about kinetic energy at the Disneyland Resort.
It brings the park to life.
But there's also something to be said about the sounds of the Disneyland Resort, of the monorail honking, of the steam engine trains, of the Mark Twain.
Well, and it's interesting because we get requests fairly frequently on our YouTube channel asking for us to do an hour at Disneyland. Maybe, you know, the most recent one I saw was by King Arthur's Carousel, and just do the music there. Or
That's
like
great.
people like to just, and I've heard this from lots of people, is they'll turn on some of our videos and they won't watch them, they'll just listen to them. Because they're like, oh, I'm working on something else, but this reminds me of being in the park, or this reminds me of being on Main
That's
Street or whatever.
happy.
And so yes, we're going to have to do more of those. Yes, the remote control boats were amazing at the Disneyland Hotel and the marina.
Personally, I would love an hour around the rivers of America.
Yeah.
And just the Mark Twain going by and the jazz music.
Mhm.
And that's my personal request to DAPs Magic.
Okay.
Could you do that?
I'll give you the GoPro.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you.
That's fine. I'll just sit there and...
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving right along. We got a trailer this last week for Olaf Presents, which I think is going to be fantastic. And Olaf Presents is going to be, I think, what everybody has requested since the end of, was that Frozen 2?
Frozen 2.
Where Olaf is telling the story, and we really want to, like, we just wanted to hear Olaf tell more stories.
Agreed.
And now Disney has acquiesced, and they're going to tell us 6 or 8 more
stories. I don't
I'm
know
spacing
actually
at the moment. But some of Disney's most beloved animated classics are going to be retold by Olaf himself. And what did you think? We got a trailer this last week, Caitie. What did you think of it?
I'm going to be completely candid. I thought this was going to be dumb and annoying.
Good start. Good start.
I was so charmed. Like,
Better
so yeah, I love Frozen and I love Olaf, but I definitely suffered from some of the burnout of overexposure. Yeah. So I was really worried that I was like, this is going to be too much. They're going to be overdoing the bit or overplaying their hand. It's so charming. Like, it's the good part of Frozen 2, and they're just doing it again. Like, I thought we both, it starts with the Lion King. We both were like, huh. Like,
well, and my big comment when they started is like, oh, they're already starting the 100th anniversary thing, because they're like, for almost 100 years, the Walt Disney Animation Studios. I'm like, oh, so this is a big promo for Walt Disney Animation Studios. Fine.
Yeah.
But then Olaf kicks in, and you're like, oh, this is good. Like, this is going to be really fun, and I already want them to make more. Like, I think we're going to see however many there are. And the moment it's over, we're just like, hey, can you do Star Wars now? Can you do, I guess, I don't know if, why couldn't you do Star Wars? Like, they've already transcended, like, they've kind of already broken the rules of Walt Disney Animation Studios by doing this.
Yeah.
So if he's,
I just love it.
Does that mean he's omnipotent?
Well, I like what Mikey's saying, that he's a multiverse nexus.
Oh, yeah, being. There we go.
You and Mikey were on the same page with that one.
Yeah, I just didn't read that close to the camera.
It's okay. I'm reading.
Sometimes I have to let it go up a little higher, and it's easier to see because the light.
I can see everything. I see all. I'm omnipotent.
So you're Olaf.
Yes. Surprise!
But wouldn't that be amazing to have Olaf do Star Wars, Olaf do Iron Man, Olaf do, I don't know, Avengers?
See, I was thinking too small. I was thinking Pixar.
Mary Poppins. How funny would that be?
But like Marvel, I want to see Olaf tell the story of Infinity War and Endgame in 5 minutes and make it not be confusing. There's a lot of time travel in there.
I feel like you just skip half of it.
Yeah. I want to see it though.
This happened, good, go, bye.
It's been a long, long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. He's going to do a little singing. Or
that was a good preview of what's coming later.
It's been a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I'm scared now. Anyway,
that was really cool. It's like you went into this little like preview of coming events. There's your tease for what's happening. Maybe on Geeks Corner Plus, we will see.
What is happening on Geeks Corner Plus?
You don't even know.
Anyway, I'd like to see Olaf be Peggy Carter. I think that'd be great. Put him in the hat.
Well, if it's What If, wouldn't it be Captain Carter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Agent Carter, Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, Olaf Carter. I don't know. We have a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm. Which they totally set up for season 2 with What If, but
I haven't watched. I'm really
gotta
behind.
catch up, Caitie.
I stopped at zombies because nothing will ever peak zombies for me.
It keeps going.
But zombies was so good.
It keeps going.
But I love zombies.
I know.
I really love zombies.
I know. All right. Did you want to talk about the zombie? I wasn't going to put it in the show, but
can I?
Go fast.
Captain America's a zombie at Oogie Boogie Bash, and I love him. I know it's kind of bad, and I know that it's a little scary, but I love him. It's really exciting. I love him a lot. No, I think that he's really cool. I personally, when I did the Oogie Boogie Bash survey, I said that I wanted scarier offerings, because that is who I am as a person, and I like kind of scary Halloween things. Well, scary, spooky, kind of. I think that Zombie Cap is a little scary, spooky, and I really like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just a really big fan. I really love zombies, like, a lot. It's my favorite horror trope. In case you guys weren't aware, something zombies.
I am really bummed they got rid of that at Not Scary Farm. That was my favorite thing.
Well, you liked laser tag zombies.
Yeah.
I like. They haven't really done a lot of zombie mazes in the last couple years. But like, if there's ever a zombie maze at Scary Farm, like, that's the first thing I'll do, is because I really enjoy zombies. But yeah, Zombie Caps at Oogie Boogie Bash. It wasn't in the order. I'm calling an audible. No, zombies are my worst nightmare in, like, real life. Like, if it happened in real life, we were talking about this the other day. If zombies happen in real life, I'm dead.
And I'd be the one pulling together people.
Yeah,
to win.
He would be like banding together an army. He'd be like, I'm putting together a team type of person, and I would not be on that team.
Does that make me I'm like, who does that make me in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, that was going solo. I'm putting together a team.
I know, but it happens in every MCU.
That is true. You're I can't think of his name. Samuel L. Jackson.
America. Oh, okay.
Because that's truly who you would be. You would be the organizer of it all.
Okay.
I'm so sorry that I just that was embarrassing. Anyway, yeah, I'm super stoked about it. I really like it. Anyway, we can move on to the next thing now. Thank you for letting me talk about zombies a little bit.
Well, and in my defense, I do like it personally. I do have younger friends that I know would be absolutely terrified by this. And
I know.
And my big question mark that I don't have an answer for, and I'm not taking a stance on either side, is it really truly Disney? Like, is it what makes Disney unique and special? And I think when you try to be everything for everyone, you lose out on things. And so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I would love to see it in video and take pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that would be a blast for me. I just worry about some of my younger friends.
That's fair.
That I know would be absolutely terrified. And apparently some of my my
I think the other thing that's holding me back from completely like, I personally love it as an overarching thing. I get it's not for everybody. I think that my drawback on it is that this was not advertised. So people that did buy tickets,
that is a trick. Yeah,
people that did buy tickets didn't know this was coming. And yeah, you can just avoid it. But if you're trying to go see Agatha and Zombie Cap is on the balcony, that's kind of hard to avoid.
Well, it's almost too bad you couldn't put him in the building, so you have an opt-in. And I actually, then I would be like, oh, you know what, that's actually okay. Because if you want to go to a place where you get scared and it's because you chose to walk in there, great. I'm fine with that. But no, I've seen the arguments on both sides of it of like, oh, there's lots of scary things already there. I'm like, not to that level. And not to that aggressiveness, because there is some moments like, almost want to say jump scares.
Well, and he was kind of swinging.
Yeah, and
he was a little spooky.
So I just think, I think there's a thing that makes Disney distinctly different than Knott's and Universal and all of these other places, and you can get all of that everywhere else. Yeah. And I'm fine with that. Like, that's great. We love going to Not Scary Farm.
And I know they do special events for cast members where they do spooky, scary things.
Fine with that too.
I think that a separate event that is opt-in, I don't know how that would work.
Maybe you split up the nights of the parties. Of this night's the zombie night and this night's the Disney night.
Maybe you do lightning lane.
I mean, that's actually what Knott's is doing. You know, they have Knott's Spooky Farm for the kids during the day, completely safe, and you know what you're getting when you go to Knott's Scary Farm.
Yeah.
That's my stance. Is it just if it had been something that had been planned out ahead of time and people had the option to know, I'm 100% for it. Because it's not, and because I specifically know people that would be impacted by this, that it would really cause trauma, I'm questioning it.
That's fair.
All right, let's move right along into some more fun stuff. We don't get the chance very often to talk about the Beatles.
How
on
often
Geeks
have
Corner.
we talked about the Beatles?
Very
on Geeks
rarely. I
Corner?
think we've done a few covers of them through the years, and Johnny and I feel like we haven't talked about them since Johnny has not been on the show. So that's been a few years. And but tonight we get to, because this week we got a new trailer. Well, the trailer for The Beatles Get Back, which is a 3-day event, I'm going to call it, coming to Disney Plus in November. And it is a deep dive by Peter Jackson of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and then the Hobbit trilogy into the Beatles as they recorded their final album.
So what I'm hearing is that he's taking the Beatles to Isengard.
Yes, that's totally what it
Made
is.
Mr. Daps laugh.
Anyway, so for those of you that don't know, I am a huge Beatles fan. I have a Beatle bass that's a fake Hofner because I can't afford a real one.
He has a left-handed
But
bass.
it is a left-handed bass that I did learn to play left-handed, and anybody who knows me knows I write with my right hand.
You do. He bought a left-handed bass just because of Paul McCartney.
Flip side, I did play baseball left and right-handed as a kid.
Of course you did.
Of
course you did.
Well, it was just kind of a thing. Like all the guys that played baseball in my family did that. Mainly my cousin and I. But anyway, so we're getting a ton of new Beatles footage. And with this trailer, we learned how incredible this footage looks and sounds.
That was my first comment that I said when we were watching this, is that it's almost unbelievable how pristine the footage is. And I'm sure they remastered it. I'm sure they cleaned it up.
Yeah.
But even when they remaster and clean it up,
sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't look that good. And it looks really good.
Looks amazing.
I also just love how much is in the trailer. Like, it's a much longer trailer than I anticipated it being. There's a lot of content in there. There's they show a lot of the good stuff, and they also show some of the girls fighting wee bit. So we were talking about that, of we don't know how much they're actually going to show.
I am curious how, I'm hoping it doesn't become sanitized in any way, where it's like, here's the good part, and oh no, they don't do any of this and they don't fight. I want it to show the true drama of what happened when they were making this film, because this really was a breaking point for the Beatles, and anybody who who was around that time, that you hear interviews or you read books from, talk about what a hard 3 weeks this was.
Night.
And no, it was not. It was terrible. But nice try. But are you taking a cue from Johnny tonight? Because I brought up Johnny and you're like, oh, I'm going to do Johnny jokes. Because that was totally...
Was that a Johnny joke?
That was like the Hard Day's Night one was. And then the one you said a minute ago was one. I just realized too. But I'm hoping they show the grittiness and the edginess of the Beatles at the time, which I get is not what we would see today. But, there was some definite friction going on during that time. And I want to see that. And
I think that what we both want is just to be honest.
Yeah, it needs to be authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, and I think the Disney tie-in comes when they break up with the Polynesian. That's the Disney Plus tie-in.
It'll be. I don't know if they'll actually have any of that in there, but yes. But yeah, if you were to go into my library, you would see multiple Beatles books. Yeah, I know. The first two were good.
I'm gonna take my shoe off.
Happy birthday. The first two were really good, actually. But no, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how far they go with it. And
well, I think that my favorite thing that's going to be about this is that I know darn well you'll be being like, this isn't accurate. This is not accurate, because I don't know much.
Yeah, and I don't know that anything will be inaccurate. I just think they're going to
are authentic or true to
miss some of the things. And there's some really good books out there. And if you want to know, maybe that's a blog I can put on Geeks Corner's website. Is some of my favorite Beatles books, and then I've got a lot of them on LP also. That's a lot of fun to listen to as well.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I think we are going to plow into Geeks Corner. Plus
because we still have another topic.
We actually have two, but we will keep going.
What? There's two?
Yes.
There's not a second one on the order.
This last weekend we watched Free Guy, because it is now available for those who want to watch it from the comfort of their very own homes. This was released in theaters over the summer, and I will just lead off and say we were pleasantly surprised with this movie. Like, it was one of those things that it started and going into it, I was kind of like, okay, let's get this over with. I'll review it. I have to, you know, not everything we review on DAPs is fun. Like, and sometimes it's not because it's bad, but because it's aimed at a 6-year-old or a 4-year-old, or, you know, like there's some cute things where you watch it and you're like, you know, if I was 4 years old, this would be great.
Which is why I love most of it.
And we don't often watch those as a group, but yes. But then there's also other ones where you go into and you're like, well, I think this is going to be a very like tight group of people. Like that's a niche thing, that this group of people, a tight target, I guess, that really enjoys this movie. And I kind of thought, well, okay, this is going to be one of those ones that, you know, people like Murray are really going to like it because they're really into the games and they get all the references and blah, blah, blah. And I will admit within moments, I was like, this is really charming and fun, like at the end of the day. And I think that feeling just continued on through the whole thing. In fact, the first few minutes watching it, I was like, this kind of reminds me of a modern day Elf, just because it had a little bit of that I don't know, that Will Ferrell when he was still very like, I don't know.
It's very like the character Ryan Reynolds plays is very like pure and very just genuinely happy about everything.
Yes.
It's very Will Ferrell and Elf pulling the gum off of the street and going,
yeah,
like,
it's very
naive, but genuinely positive
and believable.
Yeah.
And I will say we saw the trailers too, and we're not impressed with the trailers that much. And then as the movie continued and developed, it just was like, you could tell, one, they had a blast filming it. Two, you could tell that there was not a there wasn't a sense of like, oh, we're gamers, so we're gonna make this for us.
It's accessible.
Like, that's a good word. It's accessible. It's fun. It's got a ton of references from Disney, from games, from other movies that I thought were really fun as they were going through. And just like some of the characters were very endearing and fun. And
there's a few references in the third act
that are just amazing
that I kind of lost my mind over.
And it just, the whole thing ended up being a really fun ride. Is it going to be something that I think should win any awards? Probably not. Was it the best visual effects in the world? No, there was mistakes.
It was just fun.
But it was fun, and I walked away from it not only laughing during it, but smiling at the end of it and going, I want to watch it again and see what I see, especially after seeing the bonus features.
And do you know what my true test of all this was?
What?
You talked about it for like 3 days straight afterwards.
Yeah, that's true too.
You just kept bringing it up.
Yeah, because I kept thinking of different things.
Yeah.
And we do want to rewatch it, because I think this is one of the things I wrote in my review is you watch the movie, then you watch all the bonus features. The bonus features points you back to the movie like, oh, I didn't even see those things. And so you want to go back and rewatch it because you realize there was even more to it than you realized the first time.
But that is a positive Mr. Daps thing, because as some of you may know, if you have seen the BBC Sherlock, Mr. Daps has a mind palace. He will throw out information that he does not care about or is not relevant to his life.
Yes.
He does that frequently, sometimes with movie and content. If he does not care, he throws it away. Also very interesting, direct lift of the Paperman score.
Yes, which that would actually be a critique for me, because
it's a critique for me as well.
I loved it, and at the same time, it pulled me out of the story.
It 100% pulled me out, because in my head, all I was seeing was Paperman.
But I was also reading
beautiful
that
music.
Ryan Reynolds picked the music, so I think he chose that. So,
that's cool.
Or maybe it was in the bonus features. I don't remember. But we are now solidly into Geeks Corner Plus. Welcome to all of you who are continuing on through this adventure.
Welcome to our premium subscribers.
Yes. And those of you that subscribed, we thank you. And those of you that went above and beyond this week, we also thank you. And I love watching Caitie's face when I do something like this, because it is her birthday.
Oh, what are you doing?
And we put something together.
What are you doing?
So enjoy.
Hey Caitie, thanks for being such a great friend. I hope you have an amazing birthday.
Hey Caitie, it's me, Mikey. I'm here on the top of the garage outside of Disney Springs, as you can see behind me. And I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you and all that you do for DAPs Magic. And I had this whole bit I wanted to do I was gonna go over to Starbucks and do a little bit. I had a duck. It was crazy. But apparently Starbucks frowns upon ducks being in the store. You know, it's all the, why is there a duck on the counter? And it's pooping, or sir, it's drinking my refresher, So apparently I'm not welcome there anymore, so it's neither here nor there. So I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and hope you had a great one. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go to the other Starbucks and maybe try something else there. We'll see. I don't know.
Happy birthday, Caitie!
Hey Caitie, it's your friend Angela here with your boy Space Mickey. That's right, I enthusiastically admit to being your friend, unlike some people. Wink, wink. Anyway, I just want to wish you the happiest birthday. I am so happy to be able to celebrate with you, and I wish you all the best in the coming year. May you get to spend time with your favorite people, doing your favorite things, and may the year to come be one of the best ever. Blessings to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Caitie. Bear blue hair. Who doesn't have blue hair anymore, but I'm still gonna call her Caitie Bear Blue Hair. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I love you.
So, on Sunday, Mr. Downs messaged me and was like, hey, can you film a video for Tuesday? And I'm like, sure. So, in my thought process of thinking about what I could film a video of, I thought to myself, I could film it with Loki and Maverick, the cats I live with. But then I thought to myself, that's not exciting. Not everybody wants to see how cute the cats I live with are. So I decided to come here to Cal Expo and stand out in front of the California letters, specifically the C, and wish Caitie Bear a happy birthday. She is the only person who I would love to talk Disney nonsense about, and specifically cats. So happy birthday, Caitie. I hope you enjoy this message out in front of the California letters.
Hi everyone, it's Cloggy Sent from Disneyland. I'm here in front of the A to wish Angela Lansbury a happy 96th birthday. How's that? Oh, this is for Katie's birthday? From Geeks Corner. Well, is there a C in California that we can... Hang on. All right, folks, this is Cloggy Sent from Disneyland, and I'm here in front of the C in California to wish Caitie a happy 96th birthday. What do you mean she's not 96? All right, well, a happy birthday anyway, Caitie.
Hey, Caitie. Me and my son Grogu here. We wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Have a good one.
And there you go.
I laughed. I cried.
We really should have had a Caitie cam for that, because that was pretty amazing as it started.
I was talking to you guys, like
yes.
on honestly, Bailey, I thought that you and Clocky filmed it together.
No, I got them at completely different times.
Oh
but,
my gosh.
Yeah, so the whole plan is you wear your birthday ears and you get the birthday video and you get your birthday cake so you can blow out your candle before we have a fire on your happy birthday, and then you open your birthday presents.
This is stressful.
Well, you know how Geeks Corner works. You don't just get
Is there
one.
a can of beans? Oh, we're gonna set off a smoke alarm.
There's no smoke alarm.
We're just gonna burn down.
We're in a studio. We don't have safety. What are you talking about?
Oh,
do you want a picture with your colorful thing? I
yeah.
just realized.
I probably look disgusting.
That's okay.
This is
all right.
That was great for the podcast listeners at home.
Yeah, I'm sure that was great.
Mikey, the duck is welcome in my Starbucks.
I was dying. I watched these multiple times as I was figuring out what arrangement would work of them in order. So just in case you ever need them.
Craft sticks.
Craft sticks. Yeah, very good.
I don't know where this is going.
I was trying to be colorful.
But it's you.
Careful, because there's breakables. You have to grab them. This is very important.
A reusable straw set.
Mhm.
I do like reusable straws.
I know.
I like the environment, and I like ducks.
I know. I had a duck as a kid.
Don't tell the story about the
His
duck.
name was Chester.
Don't tell the story about the ducking it.
I thought you
Is this
liked that
so I
one.
can hit you with it?
No.
It's an inflatable dino mallet.
It's to protect you in case another dino ever shows up here.
It's like one of those things you boop, boop.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good.
Careful.
Wait! How did I
Connections. You better tell what it is.
It's Captain Carter Pop.
Mm-hmm.
How did I predict that?
You just brought it up, and I thought it made a good connection
That's
point, so I
really
was quick
weird.
on my feet. Or in my seat.
I'm gonna keep
Just in case. You can always use some hot sauce.
Oh, that's accurate. I can always use a bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah.
I
So,
do
enjoy
love
that.
I do love hot sauce. I'm not gonna put it on the cupcakes, but
I'm sure if Luke were here, he would drink it for me.
Okay, so now this is just messed up.
It's what the hot sauce is for.
It's a can of chopped clams.
Yeah.
It's not clam juice,
No. We
But it-
moved up in the world.
but it is served in
Well, of course.
Clam
sauce.
juice. Clam juice.
Does it say juice or sauce?
Says clam
Oh, I
juice.
thought that was an S.
Nope. That
Okay.
says
Well,
it's,
at least it wasn't beans.
it's not gravy. Am I right?
That's a good idea.
I found something breakable. I'm scared. You're giving me a face.
There's a Geeks Corner reference here.
There's a Geeks Corner reference here.
It reminded me of a cow.
Tip your cow
That's how you drink.
by tipping your.
Yeah, you have to tip your cow to drink it.
Wow, this is my friend, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome. Give her a miracle burn tablet.
No.
Oh no, that was the problem. Is you didn't have one.
Ooh, Legos!
Mhm.
It's Captain America and a Hydra agent, and he can throw his shield.
Mhm.
Maybe it might just be for show.
Well, you could throw his shield.
Pew!
Mhm.
It's a. I do really like this. Is a learn to build Lego set because
Well, we gotta build up for Grogu, who's coming very soon.
it's 49 whole pieces. Is there more? Oh my
I think so.
good gravy!
I don't
There's
remember.
more. How did I know there'd be beans in here
There
somewhere?
has to be beans.
There has to be beans in there
Yes.
somewhere. That might be. Nope, there's more. Oh
Like,
my
I'm pretty
goodness!
sure there might be more.
There's more.
Careful.
I-
So careful.
I'm being delicate. Glue for the craft sticks.
Yeah.
I guess.
But which one came first?
Knowing
craft sticks or
knowing
the
you the
glue?
glue.
That is
I
correct.
yeah. I know you pretty well. I think that is everything.
Happy birthday.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate this.
So
Now-
if people want more of this craziness, Caitie, what should they do?
They should go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens, and subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss anything.
That is correct. And then subscribe also to our YouTube channel where we've got videos going up from Florida, videos going up from Disneyland, and more craziness like this as well. You won't want to miss any of it, I think. Do you have any final birthday wishes you'd like to say?
Thank you all
comments?
so much for making me feel so special and loved. I really, 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 really appreciate it. There aren't enough words. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.